Hi, how are you today? Everyone, how are you? Hello, hi today.
No. Hi everyone, how are you today? Hi everyone, how are you today? How are you today?
Hi everyone, how are you today? I'm Steph and welcome back to another Wednesday with me. If you're new to this channel, I invite you to subscribe and follow me on Instagram. Thank you very much. Okay, for today's video, I'm giving you 5 recipes with basic ingredients but different flavors. And it's up to you to make them vegan or vegetarian. In this case, I make them all vegan, but you can change them. So before we start, let's begin with our mise en place, which is to organize and arrange our ingredients. I have 2 important preparations in order to prepare 3 recipes, and that's our vegetable stock and our veggie mix. Okay, let's begin.
The first thing we need to do is the vegetable stock. And I will do it with tomatoes, garlic, celery, onion, carrots, and parsley. I peeled the onion and garlic, and for the carrots, I peeled them as well, and I used the scraps for the broth. As you can see, I cut the veggies not too small or big, and I put them in a pot. I added water and I boiled it for about 15 minutes because we need a concentrated broth. When it's ready, just strain and reserve. If you don't feel like making vegetable stock, you can always buy some vegetable bouillon and add it to boiling water. Let's start our second important preparation, and that's the veggie mix. I have plenty of fresh veggies, so I will use some of them to create this mix. The only thing I'll do with these fresh vegetables is to cut them into bite size and put them in a large bowl so I can mix them together and reserve. Oh, and don't worry, it doesn't have to be fresh vegetables. You can use frozen vegetables like stir fry, Capri, California mix, or any blend that you have in your house will work perfectly.
Now that we have everything ready, let's begin with our first recipe, that is the pasta with veggies. It seems very easy, but you can make a lot of variations with this recipe. So let me give you the ingredients.
2 cloves of minced garlic, a chopped red onion, 1 cup of fresh or frozen veggies, a tomato cut in 4 parts, 1 cup of spinach, and 2 cups of pasta. Just to remind you that you can use whatever pasta you have in your house. In this case, I have spaghetti, Asian noodles, rotini, orzo. Oh, and I have gluten-free elbows. Just feel free to use whatever pasta you have in your house and cook it. For this recipe, I picked rotini. I put water to boil, I set my timer for 8 minutes, stir occasionally, and when time is up, I just drain and reserve. Let's start cooking. In a pan, I will add a little bit of olive oil, garlic, and onion. Let it cook for 2 minutes until onions are golden. After that, add the vegetables and cook them for 3 minutes. If you see that they are sticking in the bottom, just add a little bit of water and move them. Then, add the tomato, spinach, and pasta. The final touch is a little bit of salt. Mix everything together and ready!
What I like about this dish is that with little preparation, I can make a fast, delicious, and healthy dish. Let's continue with our second recipe, and that's the potato and zucchini soup. And we will need
1 medium potato in large dice, 1 zucchini cut in half moons, half cup of green beans, half cup of peas, 2 chopped cloves of garlic, 1 chopped white onion, 2 cups of vegetable stock, and 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. This will help us to make a thicker soup, but if you don't have it, don't worry about it. Okay, first, in a teapot, I will add a little bit of olive oil, onion, garlic, and the potato. Let it cook for 3 minutes, stirring occasionally. And then add the zucchini, peas, and green beans. Let it on the fire for another 3 minutes. Next, add the vegetable stock, the nutritional yeast, and salt to your liking. Let the soup boil for 5 minutes until the potatoes and zucchini are cooked. And voila!
Let me tell you a little bit about this soup. It is very amazing how the vegetable stock changes the taste of everything, meaning that it gives a lot of flavor. I mean, we're cooking with vegetable and a vegetable liquid, right? And the difference is huge than when you cook it with water. Anyway, let me show you the third recipe. That is the quinoa stew, and you will need
half chopped red onion, half chopped white onion, 1 cup of fresh or frozen veggies, 2 cups of vegetable stock, 1 cup of cooked quinoa, 1 cup of spinach, and fresh rosemary. By now, you know what's going to happen. In a teapot, I will add a little bit of olive oil and onions. Let them cook for a bit. Add the vegetables and leave them there for 3 minutes, stirring occasionally. Pour the 2 cups of vegetable stock and the rosemary. Let it boil until vegetables are cooked. After that, we will take out the rosemary because we don't need it. It was just to add flavor to the gorgeous stew. Now, let's finish this by adding the spinach, quinoa, and salt. Let it boil and it's ready.
By now, I'm pretty sure that you realize we're following certain patterns when it comes to cooking methods and ingredients. But that's my goal, to give you different ideas with basic ingredients and different flavors. Number 4, let's talk about this fourth dish, and that's the herb lentil tacos. But for those who do not like lentils, don't worry, I got you. Instead of herb lentils, you can make herb rice, quinoa, farro, tempeh, chickpeas, de nada. So what do we need?
2 cloves of minced garlic, half chopped red onion, and half chopped white onion. 1 quart of parsley and 1 cup of cilantro. 2 cups of cooked lentils, and 2 or 3 tortillas. That's a personal preference. In a sauté, we will add olive oil, onion, and garlic. Cook for 3 minutes. After that, add the lentils, parsley, and cilantro. And I didn't tell you, but you can add salt or any seasoning you like. Actually, the lentils don't have to be on the fire for a long time because they are already cooked. It's just for the ingredients to blend perfectly. And reserve. I'm using this pan to warm up my tortillas. Personally, I don't like to warm them in the microwave because they come out sweaty and they rip and fall apart. But feel free to warm up your tortillas however you like. Okay, los tacos están listos. They are ready.
To complete the dish, I added a simple salad, just mixed greens, olive oil, lime juice, and salt. Personally, I don't like to add a strong dressing to the salad, but that's because I don't want to overshadow the taste of my tacos. Okay, our final recipe, I should call it a preparation because we're not cooking anything. I'm actually making infused water. That goes perfectly with all the dishes that I share with you, and the only thing that you will need is 1 lime, 1 cucumber, mint, and water. And this is how I do it. After that, I put the water in the fridge so the water can get all the flavors of the ingredients, and That's it. Those were a lot of recipes for today's video, but if you want the ingredients, you can check them on my Instagram. Like I said, I wanted to give you easy and delicious recipes with different flavors because I know that some of you are tired of eating the same during this quarantine. Guys, I hope you liked today's video, and I cannot leave without telling you to stay home, stay safe, and remember to cook with love, and I guess I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye!